Well, Greg Ibaugh, you joked you're too close to home to be an expert, and also a has-been, but they brought you back.
And I guess so. So it was a great opportunity. It was fun to come back and be here at the Governor's Ag Conference, see so many old friends, people that have been advisors, mentors, critics, and propped me up at times. And so I'm really enjoying being here.
Overseeing APHIS, AMS, GIPSA, just a couple of the areas you work with.
That's correct. The responsibilities and the programs within MRP, marketing and regulatory programs, is very, very broad. And so I can be worried about an animal disease and in a few minutes worried about a specialty crop.
One of the things you talked about here today was producing for the market and what consumers want and finding those niches within agriculture. How important do you think that's going to be in the coming years as consumers don't want just another commodity product, but they want something a little more than that?
Well, I think that's a very important signal that consumers are sending us, not only here in the domestic marketplace, but in the international marketplace. They used to be happy to go to the grocery store and buy what was there. Now they are more aware of food, they're more aware of nutrition, they're aware of differences. And so I think that's creating opportunities for branding, for niche marketing, for market segmentation. And hopefully, as we're meeting consumers' expectations, they're also willing to put a price with that. If it costs us more to produce it, they should be willing to pay more for that.
We saw a couple of years ago, I think it was Vermont, and then some of the West Coast states on the genetically modified ingredients. Where is USDA in terms of developing a rule on that?
So Congress passed the Bioengineered Food Disclosure Act about 18 months ago. And it took them a while to fund the directive for USDA to put together the research to issue a proposed rule. But we're now very close to being at a point where we've done our interagency work as well as our intra-agency work to make sure that not only do we have a rule that might make sense, that people could understand, but we also have decided to propose some options. And I think the rule that you will see come out for comment will provide consumers and producers the opportunity to help inform us what their priorities are, so that as we move to a final rule, we have something that everybody hopefully can be comfortable with.
Popcorn, wine, and something for your dog. How about that this morning? We're gonna cover it all.
We had a lot of naysayers in the beginning, and he said, we were going to have some farmers and a co-op. Aurora Co-op is one of the investors in Preferred Popcorn, and originally had the goal of adding value, giving more opportunities. Corn and beans are great. I raised both of them, but we know in those times when we started this, the economics weren't great, and they're not great now if you were solely dependent on corn and beans. And so the co-op joined in with 4 farmers, and we formed Preferred Popcorn 20 years ago. We just celebrated our 20-year celebration, and we're going to have a big grand opening this summer.
Next up, we're going to have Max and Teresa McFarland. They co-founded and currently co-own and operate Max Creek Vineyards and Winery in Lexington.
And so we grew up on these very small farms, but we had such an appreciation of hard work and the land and working as a family. And I think that continued through.
But finally, we're going to come down to Kelly here. And then in 2017, became co-owner of United Pet Products in West Point. So, Kelly, why don't you tell us a little bit about that operation?
What we do with pet treats. Our business model was really simple. We were going to put out 100% natural pet treat. There's nothing that goes on our product. Okay, no additives, no preservatives, and we were going to put this in the market. We were only going to buy Black Angus beef. We were only going to start with 30 months and younger animals. We were going to sit in the heartland of where pork is, and so we were going to work with all the pork guys and all the beef guys and make the most natural treat for pets possible.
Weather's up next. Later, we talk one-on-one with the state ag director.